I've just been offered a job transplanting dead bodies to morgues and mortuaries. This means I will be cleaning up dead bodies from crime scenes, car wrecks, hospitals, etc. The problem is, how do I tell my family members without them freaking out?
How do you tell your favorite podcast without them freaking out? Because you did.
He doesn't know that because he done did it wrong.
Yeah.
Guy.
Okay, go ahead and finish it.
Hold on. How do I ease them into the idea that this is an okay thing for me to do? That's from Bring Out Your Dead in Denver.
Well, you should probably start off by telling them who you're employed by and not just saying, I have a job moving dead bodies.
Yeah, like, how about this? Let me hit you with this. I work for the city. Mm-hmm. That is fine.
And I specialize in disposal.
I make dead bodies disappear.
Oops,
Yeah.
no, see, that's
I'm a man.
thing.
I'm a man with a particular set of skills.
I just bought a pig farm.
You ever see that movie Pulp Fiction? You remember that guy, the wolf? That's like me, except state-sponsored.
I'm the man you call when you have no other options. I'm a fixer, you might say.
I'm a fixer.
I'm a fixer for the city.
Here's the thing. Your family has every right to be freaked out because when the zombie apocalypse happens, you are first to go.
Why
They're
do you
gonna
think
come
that?
back for him?
No, I'm saying, like, have you never seen, like, in movies?
You touched my dinkus while I was dead. I remember it. That was an accident.
In movies, there's always that scene where, like, the dude gets out of, like, the ambulance or something, and they're like, oh, he's dead. And then, like, the sheet, like, rises up, and the
he's got a
zombie
boner.
kills him.
Oh.
He's got a boner. He's got a boner.
We watched the wrong movie. I watched
Right.
I watched Porky's 4 when the lead character from Porky's 3 dies.
I think you mean Porky's for Night of the Living Porkies.
Porky. When Porky dies. So I think, you know what? I have to tell you, my friend, you have absolutely nothing to be embarrassed of.
No.
We are so lucky as a society that there are weirdos like you who are strong enough to do this
Thank God
job.
there are freakos like you.
Thank
Freako.
God there are weird
weird
creeps
beards like you out there just doing it.
just that get off on this kind of thing and love it. They just love it.
You love dead bodies, you,
You just
freako.
love it. You
Get out
weird
there.
guy.
Just let
You're
your
a
freak
hero.
flag fly, you freako.
I think you can have this job. You got to take this job. It's fucking hard out there, you guys.
Yeah, how about this? Just say to your parents, like, hey, in this economy, I'm employed.
Yeah,
and
it's
when they're
fucking
like,
hard out
doing
there.
what? Just go, huh? What? Yeah, no, totally employed.
Now.
Literally anybody gives you a hard time about it, podcasts included. The only response is, do you want to do it? Because someone is going to do this.
True.
Yeah. And they're going to fucking rake in the cash while you're working at Arby's. And you'll still be moving dead bodies around, but it'll be cows, I guess.
But
There'll
you,
be people that had a Jamocha shake on the floor, just dead.
There's somebody who works at Arby's whose only job is to move the dead people who died from the Arby's outside.
it is a full-time year-round.
I'm a fixer for Arby's is my job.
The mozzarella sticks are people! The people!
I think, though, that anytime you meet somebody...
It's good mood food, guys. It's good mood food because you get to meet your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Who wouldn't that put into a good mood?
If you meet anybody or you go on a first date, you gotta run the screen pass on them until, like, they know you well enough that when you tell them that you touch dead bodies for a living, they don't just assume you're some sort of, like, there's some sort of Wednesday Addams scenario.
Yeah, I think you could also start off just by saying, like, you start off saying work for the city, and then you work for a morgue, and then you work in transportation for the morgue, and then what you actually do. Because if you just start off with, oh, I roll up in my hubby van and load some dead bodies up in it, they're just going to picture like a whistling dude slinging bodies over his
I
shoulder.
think morgue step 2 is I think you're jumping several guns that you can really squeeze in there to prolong the magic. I think
you could say, like, I work
for
for the city, and then say, I work for a city in which people die.
Okay, but even that, I would say, like, I work for the city, and they say doing what, and you would say shipment, and they would say of what, and you would say materials, and they would say what kind of materials, and you would say organic materials.
Formerly organic.
They would say animals, and you say nope, keep guessing, and they say this is the worst game and date I've ever been on.